websites and competitors don't let you know. All you do is go to this website, and it lets you find out exactly how much your competitors are by showing you how much traffic they're getting. Where the traffic is coming from.
Good evening. Man, wait, I wanted that. What the hell? Here we go. Come back. How's it going? Well, it's been a while since I've done some trinket dishes, and it's been a long time since I've done like these bigger ones. I think these are approximately 4 inches, maybe a little bit smaller. Did you? Did it help at all? I think there's like 45 minutes worth of videos or something for the beginner stuff in there. I went to Michael's today just to walk around. I haven't been there for a while. I'm really not digging like this season's stuff. Sometimes they have cute, fun things to paint on, but oh yeah, if you go to the Beginner Basics album, Kim, there are like they're all pictures, but in the comments of each picture there's a link to a video, and it starts you from the very beginning. And it's about 5 minutes per video. Like there's one that talks about like making your dots with your ballpoint tools and your dowels. There's some with swooshes and walking dots and finding your center and things like that. And if you watch them all the way through, it's 45 minutes, maybe a little bit more worth of beginner videos. Newish. Haven't done these in a really long time. I feel like the last time I did dotted trinket dishes like this was probably about 2 years ago. I was getting ready for state college show. They are. Yep, they're the dishes for the ceramic pots. Technically is what they are. And I add like some felt or some like cork at the bottom, like on the bottom. And then I do a layer of resin so that you can put like rings and small things. I was gonna do some the other day, but like some smaller ones, but I just didn't, I don't know. Wasn't feeling it. But then when I saw these at Michael's, I was like, "Oh, yeah, let's do some bigger ones." The last time I did these big ones, I painted the ghosts on them. Um so they were like kind of dotted, but not really. Yeah, they're fun. I have some smaller ones put away in the other room that I bring out for shows. And some of them, like I have a resin mold that's like you can make like a ring holder. I think this is a little over 4 inches. I'm sorry, it's like 3.5 ish on the inside. So I guess maybe the whole thing's like a 4 inch. I can't remember, and I peeled the sticker off. Well, let me check my email because I get email receipts whenever I go to Michael's. So let me see. Let's see what it says. My goals, my goals, my goals. Let's see. They were ribbon. Oh, all it says is a clay saucer by Ashlyn, but I wonder, let's see. I can check by the price. Clay saucer. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're terracotta. Yep. So these ones were, yeah, they're 4 inch. They're 4 inch. Hello. I don't know how many dots this is, but I do plan to go back and like place a dot in between if this doesn't work out, so it's okay. So yeah, they're just plain terracotta and I paint them black. And then I'll varnish them to make them all shiny, and then I will add some resin on the bottom. Yeah, I didn't think that was an equal amount because I wasn't paying attention to how many dots I was placing, but that's okay. Um, April guide, yes. They get taken down a year, like a year from like the month they were posted, if that makes sense. So the April 2024 got taken down in April 2025, and April 25 got taken down in April 2026. But April of 2026, I guess there wasn't anything in 24. Anyways, April will be up until April of 2027. To watch the live replay, no. But if you didn't get the patterns, yes. I'm liking it. I've only used it a few times so far. I haven't had that much to resin, but so far I really like it. Yeah. My guidelines on this are kind of funny because I couldn't I realized when I was making my guides that I couldn't get my ruler to sit flat. So I kind of know going into this that I'm just kind of gonna have to make up some guidelines in some places and we'll just see what happens. But if I mean, if as long as you're in the group, you have access to a year's worth of stuff, basically. So yeah. I use resin rockers. That's my go-to. I noticed that setting it at 140 degrees, which is their default, I think it was just a little too warm. I don't know. So you really have to make sure that your resin is perfectly mixed. So like it could have been a combination of a couple things. Like I tipped the cup all the way and maybe the bottom had a couple little areas that weren't, or the machine was just a little too hot. So the last couple times I've used it, I've put it on 135 degrees instead of 140. I haven't changed the time though. They've stayed at 2 hours, and then there's like a 30-minute cool down. So really it's like 2.5 hours, and it's been fine. So not yet. I haven't put anything, like I haven't used a lot of resin yet. Um so I haven't needed it, but maybe we paint all these and maybe do a couple other things after. Like, I'll have to save a few things to resin. That way I have a lot. Have you used it yet, Paula? Did you get yourself a mixer? Yeah, I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I mean, I guess I probably could have used it yesterday because I wound up mixing resin twice, but I didn't originally think I had to, so oh well. Yes. More paint, less pressure is one of my mottos. When you're using regular dotting tools anyways. Trying to decide what I want to do in the middle. Yes. Practicing is always a good thing. But that's why we have replay so that you can kind of do projects at your own pace, and you don't even have to do all of the projects either. You can pick and choose the ones you wanna do. Um, or you can just watch and kind of do whatever you want and just listen and learn. Ah, that's a paint booger. Figure for this first one that I'm doing, I'm gonna use my one of my favorite color palettes because I don't know, I always tend to do that. What's up? I'm gonna move that guy over just a little bit. It means you're not using enough paint, usually, or you're pressing too hard. So whenever you're dragging swooshes, I always like to start off with more paint and then you drag it through. But even though it might sound like for on here, for example, it might sound like I'm really scraping. I'm actually not. I call it feathering, but I'm literally just going like this. I'm not like digging. I'm just little light brushes. And I'm pushing that paint through. So I like to start off with like a nice little bead of paint. And then all of that I'm just dragging through. What's up, Rosie? It depends. So if I'm like at this point, well, hold on. Let me actually do it without 1 sec. So let's say I start doing it like this, and I'm like, oh, that's really not enough paint. You can totally go back in, but it just depends on like where your dot is, because sometimes if you wait too long and you go to try and apply more wet paint over like a partially wet dot, sometimes your dot doesn't sit nicely. Yeah, I didn't see you in VIP. You doing all right? Hello, hello. How's it going? Oh, migraines are not fun, especially when you have them for a while. Oh, I hope her head feels better. Hello, hello. Ugh. I'm grateful that I really haven't had to deal with migraines, but hopefully that stays that way. I hope so too. It was good. Got some orders packed, cleaned a little bit, went to the grocery store, meal prepped, had VIP. Whoa, damn it. Well, really, I should take that out if I can. Come on, gross. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, you stupid paint booger. I tried. Some days are better than others. Like yesterday, I don't really feel like I did all that much. But I slept in yesterday and I slept in today. keep doing that? Me? No. I mean, I have a fur baby. That's my kid. I did. I ordered a couple other things too. I got the tweezers in today, but I'm waiting for the other stuff so I can post them all together. Those tweezers came in handy though, because I was trying to print something and it kept telling me I had a paper jam, and I'm like, no, I don't. And I did so much troubleshooting and I was getting really pissed off. And then I decided, well, maybe I should turn my flashlight on my phone and really look. And sure enough, there was a little piece that was just in the corner and I couldn't reach it with my nails. So I used my tweezers. Where are they? They're nice. They're heavy duty. As much as I wanted them to be rainbow, um, I wanted to keep them like, affordable. So they're just black, but are they over here? Where the heck are they? I don't know. They're nice and heavy duty. I like the curved ones because it helps you like kind of grab what you need. I know. I know the rainbows were really expensive. You want to see Tub? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Where is he? There's my baby, Mr. Kitty. Hello. So sweet. Boop. I love you. Oh, so cute. I got these from Sally's, but they don't work all that great because I don't like the tip. But, whatever. Yeah, he's my little dude. My little stinky. Because he's spoiled, so he stinks. Hello. Yeah. Tweezers come in handy for a lot of things. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. I did. It's not the best guideline because I realized that I couldn't really get my ruler flat in there, but I did my best. So some of these guidelines are like hand drawn. I was just like, yeah, that's good enough. Oh, boo. I'm glad I don't have school anymore. Yeah, you could, or you could just use like a 3-inch one. It's a little bit bigger, or smaller than the inside of these ones at least, but it'll work. I happen to have one. You remember when Paula made a handful of like a guideline pack where she cut a bunch of stuff with her Cricut and I only had whatever she made and she wasn't making any more kind of thing? It was like kind of first come, first serve. I used one of those because it fit pretty much perfectly. It's like 3 1/4 inch. It fit pretty much perfectly. So I just kind of, you know, found where I thought the center was, held it in place, drew some guidelines, and then I used a compass. I did. Yeah, I did that earlier today. So it's varnished and it just needs some resin. Yeah, there's like a bunch of different sizes. They come in handy, don't they? Thanks. So I'll put resin on it in the next day or so. Maybe I'll wait until I have all of these done so we can use the resin mixer that Paula got me. Because I'll probably need more than the 2 ounces that I usually mix. Okay. I would do them, but I hate weeding them and, waiting for my machine to cut everything. I just use Gorilla Glue Clear. I used to have it on my Amazon storefront. I don't know if it's still on there. It might have like sold out, but I got it from Wally World, and honestly, Michael's might even have it too. I am. I think it's gonna look really, really nice with the resin on top. The ones from like a year or so ago. Remember they were in little like paper envelopes. Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like I found a set, but I don't remember when I found it, and I may have given it away, so maybe that's what it was. What? Hello. For these guidelines being not so great, I feel like we're doing okay. Yes. Starting with my favorite. I always do that. Whenever I'm painting these, I always forget to, like, lift my tool up enough, and I always scrape aside. Me too. Like, there's all my blue and purple things in the background. You guys are gonna make me want to check to see if I have any of those guide pencils somewhere secret. Let me see.
Sticking it to the well, you could have people know you're reaching the right city. A network of billion of
Actually,
already skill. I say John
I have more than just one. The hell? Since when? I've got 5 sets.
started at linkedin.com/.
Oops. Wait, maybe, maybe not. Let's see. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh no, 4. Because I broke into one. Just kidding. No, wait, just kidding. Nope, they're here. JK, that one's just open. All right, so they're marked. So we've got a 2 1/4, a 2 3/4, 3 1/4, and a 3 1/2 and a 4. Here, I thought I only had one set. Ah, I know. They are not coaster sets. I have the coaster sets in though. Those are some guide stencils that Paula made a very long time ago. And they were like a one-time thing. And I did not remember that I thought I sold them all. I went just now looking for one and I found 5. So, yeah, they basically were for like a bunch of different stash jar lids of all different sizes. And while I haven't really figured out which stash jars, I've used them on other things. Well, I mean, I can sell them, but I only have 5. So that's gonna be difficult. Yeah, screenshot some names and then I will put people's in a wheel of names and pick the 5 message, and if they don't want them, then I'll go to the next. I mean, maybe Dory could make more. That's a good idea. So those were cut with a Cricut, by the way. They are just they're clear Mylar film, which that's one of the things that Dory can't do is do clear 3D printed stuff. So, well, Diane, I was telling them they asked me well, I was telling them how I found the center, and I said that I had one of these from back in the day when Paula made a bunch. And I was like, I think I have one set left. I saw it the other day, and then I went to look because I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I actually found 5. So, like, I could make them, but they're a pain in the ass. So, and, Paula made them out of the kindness of her own heart, and, I don't really, like, I'm not really trying to get people to help me with it because they're a lot of work and it would just be hard. So the ones that Dory makes, they're like partially clear. They're like this. Oh no, Diane. What's going on? These are 4-inch trays. No, she's back now. She got back basically at the end of the month, last month, so. Hello, hello. Are you just waiting around for answers, Diane, or you back home? Yeah, Paula, we'll have a chat about it. Yeah, but Paula put in a lot of work for them. Well, hopefully everything's all right. I'm sorry you're not feeling the greatest. Well, that's what I feel like is gonna happen, Paula. So, we'll have a chat and maybe while I'm on the phone with you, I can try one and see how long it takes. But I remember like finding the right Mylar was a fucking pain. But maybe we can figure out if we can get Dory to make a thing like that. Maybe that'll, I don't know. Yeah, the settings also. Like I remember it just being a ginormous headache. That's crazy. You're talking about you're Diane, you're talking about the like the bigger stash jar stencil guidelines, like the what is it, 8-pack, 6-pack? I can't remember how many are in there. June. My birthday's in June. I know, I was kind of like, I'm not sure if I like those, but I think I'll like them more after this. Sounds good. You know, we have to start off with my favorite color palette whenever I either do something new or do something that I haven't done for a while. It's been a long time since I've painted these. So is Ronnie a middle name? I know, Paula, it took me a second to remember at one point, and then I eventually remembered that it's Ronnie even when it's Eva. Yeah, I'm just kind of putzing right now. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, these, when I brought them to my show the one year, they sold very well, the smaller ones anyways. I only have a few left from when I originally made them. And I just haven't made more for a while. Um, and yeah, I saw the bigger these ones at Michael's and I was like, "You know what? I feel like I want to do some." Now that we're all learning that fluffy ones is Paula, don't change it. The name Ronnie, yeah, it's like cool. It's a cool name. I know it's gonna confuse everyone. Yeah, it's hard getting to know, like, if you guys all have different usernames across the different platforms, sometimes it's hard to remember who is who. Although surprisingly, I keep up with it pretty well. But that's because, like, I know your Facebook names, um, and I recognize the names because of orders, you know what I mean? So it might be easier for me to follow who's who across the platforms just because I know a bunch of different names that you guys go by. And if I don't remember it first, I promise I'll get it eventually. I always say there's one of me and at least 150 to 250 of you regular people that I'm doing my best at. Robin. Okay. Every time I have to give my email, I'm just like, I'm not even gonna tell you, I'm just gonna spell it. And they just, they always just after I get like halfway through my last name, they just look up and I just keep going. And they're like, "Wow, that is something." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Or if I'm like signing up for something and they'll be like, "Okay, what's your email?" And I'll just be like, you know, J, blah blah blah, last name. So they don't have to spell it out for them again. They just look at their whatever they're typing it into. Yeah, we went to the movies the other day and my mom bought the tickets and the guy at the counter was trying to say it and I was like, "Close." He goes, "Well, no, I'm going to try and get it." Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it now. I was thinking it was like something with like your pets or something. It's exactly how it's spelled, Ronnie. I can and I can't. It's gonna be nice not having a 12-letter last name, but I'll probably miss it. Well, it's longer, which you see it on my Facebook, don't you? I don't trust you too. I'm not gonna spread my last name out there for the world to hear it. But no, I shorten it for here because it's just easier that way. I also, whenever I made my account and my business, I didn't know what I wanted to do it, like what I wanted to name it. So I just kept my normal usernames. And now it's like, even if I wanted to change it, you know, it's like everybody knows my username. It's gonna confuse the hell out of you guys if I one day wake up and decide to change my entire business name. I'm like too far gone for that. Yeah. I mean, when I was in middle school, my history teacher, she was my volleyball coach. I played volleyball for 1 year and then I quit. But she was my volleyball coach and she always called me Gronzy. Um, not gonna lie, Gren. Whenever I see your last name, even though I don't really know exactly how to pronounce it, I and this is cringy. Okay, I actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it because never in my life has this like came out of my mouth, and I just don't even know how to say it. But you know those like uwu girls, you know what I'm talking about, and how they say it. That's just what I think of whenever read your last name, even though I know that's not how you say it. I think of one of those girls. Oh, it's cute though. I mean, my sister, like, I mean, she's married, but she didn't take his last name, but, they just call her Miss G, Ms. G, and that's just what she goes by. Cause like, no elementary school kid is gonna really be able to pronounce our last name anyways. I hope these dots meet up. We'll make it work. Oh, yeah, that's right. I knew that. You used to confuse me, Gren, and then I eventually learned. I was like, "Who the hell is Amanda?" Oh, yeah. Yes. Hey, Tracy. What's going on? Like wee wee, but zee is that what it is? How did I think it was pronounced? I think I was saying Zuwu, even though I know, like, I can read, but in my mind, it was just Zuwu. Isn't it Wern? Wern? No. Is that it? Is that what it is? Wern? Wern? I think in my head, I say Wern. Yeah, something like that. Ooh, fun. I think I like that. That's pretty, yeah. Worn, worn, worn. Yeah, worn. I was doing ER, worn, worn out. I just know that half the time I have to change your address name. Sometimes I forget, but you have it set to say home home. And it throws me off every time. I'm pretty sure that's you. Oh, well, let me pick my least favorite one and we'll redo it. How about that? Let me wipe this off and we'll redo it once it dries. That's okay. I might be able to change it. I've never tried. Like, I can change it, like, if I remember, but I wonder if there's a way for me to, like, actually change it. Oops, I scratched off some of that. So hold on, let me just dab some black on here. Darn nails. So when that dries a little bit, I'll show you what I did. Okay, next one. Like, I think these are all mostly gonna be different because all the guidelines were different, but I know. Next time I go, I'm gonna have her shorten them. Because I said I was gonna do that the last time I went and I didn't. So now they're like really freaking long and borderline like hard for me to do certain things. Um, Not like, bathroom things, but like typing on my computer when I do stuff. If I'm like, so I have a couple different spreadsheets. One of them's for Dory, so I know how much to pay her, and then some spreadsheets for other things. But so that I don't have to flip back and forth like between screens, if I'm like pulling up my order page on my phone, I lean it up against my computer and I just swipe to each order, and then I kind of write down what was sold, and then I figure out how much I owe Dory. So anyways, where I prop it up on where I prop my phone up on my computer is kind of right near my backspace button. It's not on my backspace button. It's just leaning against my like laptop screen, but now that my nails are too long, if I mess up and I try and backspace, I like can't because I'm hitting my phone because my nails are too long. And usually that's not an issue, but it is right now. But I used to start out really short and my nail girl hated it. And I also hate it now, so I just let her kind of do whatever. Yeah. Well, what's nice about like I have a Mac, so like really I just type like this, but oh, yes, that's just watercolor pencil. So I just do a little bit of water. Yep. Yeah, I kept knocking my phone over. I was like, "Dang it." And then today when I was trying to fix my printer because there was a paper jam, I couldn't grab the little piece of paper. I don't really think it was my nails' fault. I think it was the fact I couldn't get my hand in there, but I still couldn't really grab it. So I had to enlist my tweezers for some help. Well, even though that fit, I'm still gonna go in between because I'm gonna try and do a similar design to what we did on the first one because I did like it. So these guidelines aren't perfect because I had to kind of draw some of them myself since I couldn't fit my ruler. So I'm using them as literal guides. I'm not taking them to heart. So if I have to, move a dot over or something, it's fine. As long as it's still pretty symmetrical, that's all I care about. Whoops. What did I do next? Oh, yes. I feel like I need to do like one more layer though. I don't know yet. I will, but I don't quite know if I'm doing the swoosh center or if I'm doing something else. Because obviously those little pie slices are not perfect, but neither were the other ones. So I don't know. Thanks. This one's gonna be neon rainbow. But not like black light neon, just bright rainbow. This was from maybe a VIP color palette at one point. I might be wrong though. All I know is that it's pretty damn settled and I have to mix them up. Nope. Well, they are in a way, but I mixed enough of certain colors in there that they probably all won't glow. Well, this one's neon, this one's neon. Well, it's like sunny day plus neon. This I think is mostly tangerine with a little bit of like orange neon. This one is Irish moss and sour apple. That one's Laguna and that's like purple pizzazz and something else. So they're not all actually like neon paints. Or maybe I did this on a live. It was like a random mix of rainbow that I remembered for like maybe a day or two, long enough to like type it in the group chat. But I don't think I wrote it down. You guys remember that, don't you? I think it was TikTok. Still not ready to do the guidelines though on that other one. Still not dry. Okay, let's do here and here. Just all over the place with guidelines, but that's all right. We're kind of ignoring them. I'm paying more attention to my circle guidelines right now. Oh shit. That's one of those stupid numbers that breaks up at first and then it doesn't break down again. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Well, it's neon rainbow. We will figure it out. It's fine. We'll figure it out on the fly. We're all good. Guess we're not doing that same palette. What was this? Oh gosh. I think it was a mix of peacock teal and Laguna. Or maybe it was just Laguna. I don't remember. Where's my Laguna anyways? Here it is. New pattern. There might have been a little bit of peacock teal. If not, we'll make it that way now. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. I've had it for a while. I know it was put in the Facebook group chat a long time ago, back when I actually remembered what I put into it. But it's a monster mix of some neons and some not. I don't know. But these paint palettes from Hoblob, they really keep paint nice. because this has been up on my shelf thing for a very long time. At least a couple months at this point. And really all I need to do is just mix them up because the paint's starting to settle in the colors that are left anyways. I just keep adding. Like when I run out of a color, I just kind of mix a little bit again and try and get it close. Aw. Paula, the necklace that you made me, I have it hanging in my car. It's a little reminder of our little trips that we would go on. I know. These palettes are so much better than the Michaels ones. They're so much easier to open. Your bracelet that you made me is on my side table next to my bed. And I put the necklace in my car the one day when I took it off and I just haven't taken it out. And now it just reminds me of you because it just like swings back and forth. And I see it and I'm like, I'm going to the craft store without Paula today. Yeah, these are in a 3-pack as well, but they're so much better. For as long as I can remember, the ones from Michaels at least have been really, really, really hard to open. And the ones that you can get like from like Temu and AliExpress and Amazon, they're like floppy. They're not nice. These are nice. The ones from Michaels are like nice and stiff, but they don't hold paint long term as well as these ones do, and they're hard to open. Doug got her a Louis Vuitton bag, a Louis bag. Why? Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I haven't tried them since I discovered that I didn't like trying to open them. Yes, you are. Pray for Heather and her mandala attempt. Pray for me in my mandala attempt as I try and kind of bring this design back together since I messed up. I know, I tell you guys to trust the process all the time. I'm just not that great at following my own advice. I know. I don't really mess up that often. I just kind of didn't feel like trying to fix it. I was like, whatever, we'll just keep going. Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. Pretty not perfect, pretty not perfect. Neither. It's one of the random palettes from my TikTok live a while ago. Yay! One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 13. Mm. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna fit. My lucky number, but not so much when it comes to a mandala. Carrie's like, why aren't you using your scoop? 'Cause I forgot. Well, I was thinking arches, but also I feel like maybe we can maybe squeeze some fans in here. Like they might kind of hold hands a little bit, but we'll see. Ooh, the silk paint, huh? Shelby Sugar Bear. Hello, happy Tuesday. Whoops. Damn. We're getting somewhere. This has like one set of swooshes and it's kind of throwing me off. It's fun. Yeah, me too. And I don't even think that my guidelines that I did on this one, I'm gonna be able to replicate, which is a little frustrating because I really liked this pattern. But all right, let's try this one again. Let's see. Okay, so for those of you guys wondering how I drew my guidelines, watch and learn. And by watch and learn, I mean just watch me kind of putz around, okay? So this fits pretty good in the center, and I use a dull pencil so that it's not like super wiggly. Usually I like a nice sharp pencil for my guidelines, but not for the case of one of these because I can't really hold this stencil in place that well, so. And maybe with shorter nails, this would be easier, but anyways, so basically I drew my guidelines and I also did these ones too, just in case, I think. And the first time I did this, I tried to line up like a business card as my ruler, but I only did that once and I didn't really like it after the fact. So, okay, so there's the basic guidelines. Yes. And if I want to be extra fancy, just roughly kind of sketching that extra line because I can't fit a ruler in here. But if you can fit a ruler, probably do that. Sometimes I extend the lines out, but I'll do that later. Okay. No, even that doesn't work because the corner is too hard. I was trying it. Then, so I tried to make like a little kind of hole. It's terracotta, so it's not really gonna do much, but I'm just trying to make like a little dent. It's like it's not even 4 inches. It's like I don't know, like 3 1/4. I need to sharpen my pencil. Hold on. So the reason I make a dent is so that this part doesn't move. Okay. So I try and keep that in here, and I could cut the ruler. I only have one though right now. Yeah, but that one's super long. Oh, what the fuck? Was that on in the center? No, it was. I just didn't go all the way out. Hold on. One sec. Are you moving? What are you doing? I don't know what I Oh, the whole thing's moving. Anyways, it worked seamlessly the first time, so anyways, that's what I did. I did. And then the last thing that I did is I just, extended these. Oh, you mean like, yeah, I don't know. I never do those for some reason. It just, mm. Yeah, these ones. Where's my thing? You're talking about these? I don't know. I just never do. Okay, where's my pink? I mean, what color do I want to do? Let's do purple. Yeah, those just for some reason they just don't compute for me. Don't know why, they just don't. We're gonna make the middle nice and sparkly once we do top dots. Where are what from? Those clear stencils, Trace? Is that what you're talking about? No, those are old. Um, I'm pretty sure before me and Dory even had any guide stencils at all, Paula made some and cut them with her Cricut, and she sent them to me one time. And I only had a very small amount, and once they sold, they sold. I did find five sets of them tonight though, but that's only five. So, Paula's gonna send me names of the people who said they want them, and I'm going to fairly put the name in the wheel of names and pick five people and ask them if they still want them, and if they don't, then it goes on to the next person. But it comes with five stencils. And they're all different sizes. So like Some of them, they're just like all the different random stash jars and things, but I never use them for stash jars. They come in handy every once in a while when I'm looking for a certain size of these, and I'm like, oh, wonderful. Oh yeah? Oh, I love it when they have cute stash jars. My Marshalls never does, but Home Goods sometimes does. I know we started off strong with this design. Sadly, I don't know if I can replicate it. We might try it on that one that I just drew because I feel like that was a pretty close guideline to this one. My favorite part, adding sparkles. Oh, snap. You go, girl. Ugh, that's frustrating. Are you at least feeling better? Yeah, panic attacks are no fun. I had one like a couple of years ago and it scared the absolute shit out of me. Like I thought I was having a heart attack. Aw, I'm sorry, Judy. What's crazy is that I couldn't pinpoint like why it just happened. Polly, you better be careful. You're gonna open up a can of worms, my friend. Yeah, it was really scary. I just like at one point I was like, do I even know like does my body know how to breathe right now? Like I felt like I was forcing myself to breathe. My heart was pounding and I was like, if I stop forcing myself to breathe, I'm not gonna make it. And I was like trying to go to sleep, you know? So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die in my sleep. It was so scary. I know, I know, Gabrielle. Yeah, I think I was, yeah. I just don't really I never was able to really pinpoint it. Thanks. Not at all. Mhm. I can see that. Hello, hello. Ouch. Really? Oh. She's just been busy. She's been a busy lady. Oh, yeah. These are just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are just terracotta like bottoms of pots. These are the 4-inch ones from Michael's. This one right here is just tropical blue. They do. Yep. Yep, so I will, I'll varnish the whole thing, and then, after that dries for a day or so, I will put just resin in the bottom, and what I'll do is I'll just kinda go like this, and I'll coat it, and then I'll let it dry or cure, whatever. Oh, yes, yes, of course. I'm not sure if a wine bottle would fit in this. Maybe. I know this looks a lot bigger than it is. Um, my hands are small, and I think we're zoomed in a little bit. It's only about 3 and what is it? 3 and a quarter? 3 and yeah, 3 and a quarter inches on the inside. But, I mean, you could probably get a bigger one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe a wine glass. Yeah, I think they do have bigger ones, but the ones that were on the shelf when I went today were these ones. And I just grabbed them. The store near me recently reorganized, so like the area that all of these usually were was not in the same place that these were. And then I just once I grabbed 4 of these, I was like, I'm not gonna get more because I didn't know when I was gonna paint these. Surprise. I didn't think I was gonna paint them tonight though. So plus, you guys know me. Sometimes I'll hyperfixate for like an entire week or 2, and sometimes I'll do it for like 2 days, and then you won't see it again for a little bit. Oh, yeah, yeah, you can get them probably at all the hardware stores right now. since it's flower season, gardening season. These were like $1.29 or something at Michael's. They weren't too bad at all. But I had I think it was 25% off of all non-sale items, which I don't believe these are on sale. So they're probably a little bit more than $1.29, but with the coupon. You could probably even get these from like Wally World. Mm, I'll have to paint that black again. Ooh, you went shopping today. Did you get anything good? Good, good. Oh, very nice. Whenever I go to a thrift store, I do not look at the furniture because I know that if I find something that's like pretty decent, there's no way I can get it home. So I don't want to make myself sad about it. So I just avoid looking in that area. Oh, I almost dropped my tool in my lap. Oh, shit. Sorry. You guys all right? Right. But then how do you get it out? That's the thing. No, this is completely just plain black. I didn't do anything to the base besides painting it black, surprisingly. You can, and I mean, I've done it with other ones, I just didn't with any of these because I didn't feel like waiting for them to dry again. Alright, let's see if I can't replicate this design again. That's true, yeah, make Cassidy do it. Good evening, how's it going? Thank you. Little, impromptu trinket dish painting. This was not my plan for tonight. I mean, I didn't really have a plan, to be honest. Didn't know what to damn it. Didn't know what I felt like painting. Oh, no. Darn. It is actually, I don't know. It was just the first little spacing that I did with my, thing. That's slightly annoying. I'm gonna take that off. Thanks. Trying to avoid repainting that, but I think I have to. Well, good thing I have 9 frosted plum and, like, 5 driftwood or something in my backup stash. It's more than I had with the other ones, so right. Oh, Heather's swooshin', watch out. She gonna be unstoppable soon. Well, hello. I hope court was all right. That doesn't sound like fun. I thought about it, but I'm like, I have so many that I haven't used. And knowing me, they're gonna go bad before I use them. Because I really don't need 9 bottles, but I don't wanna get caught not having any when I need it. And I tend to use frosted plum a lot, like, in the fall time and winter, but mostly fall. Well, that's I feel like that's how most people feel. They don't like swooshes, but they're forced to do them, and then eventually they become friends. Oh, I'm sorry. Hoping that you get the outcome that you're hoping for. Gotta flip the napkin. Yeah. I don't know, maybe. But it's okay if we don't need them or if they're not perfect because we might not need them. Um, so I had a stencil that fit almost perfectly on the inside, and I roughly sketched them. Like they're definitely not perfect lines, but they're good enough. And then for the circles, I used a lovely compass tool that I hate so much. But I can do them in small things and sometimes big things, but I don't do them very often. But I guess the important part is if I need to use a compass, I can. I just don't like to on the regular. Sometimes me either. I think it's because when I taught myself, I didn't use guidelines at all. So there I have a lot of like workaround ways to get to the same, starting point. And so now that I do use guidelines because one, I have to when I'm teaching, and two, they look, my designs look better with guidelines. Go figure. Um, Now that I can do them and I'm not afraid of them anymore, sometimes I just merge my old way with using guidelines and somehow come up with what I need. But to be honest, and other people might not agree, a lot of what I do is good enough, right? It's not perfect. It's good enough, and we work with it because I would rather enjoy what I'm doing than stress myself out trying to get to a certain point. You know what I mean? My hater would say I'm not a true artist because I don't do XYZ, but in reality, learning to work in a way that works for you, I feel like there's something to be said about that. Good night, Mary. Right, like I can use them, Victoria. I just don't like to. It's just like swooshing with a paintbrush. I can. I just don't like to. And now there's actually proof. There's proof out there that I have used paintbrushes. That is true. We are our own worst critics. That's where the pretty not perfect came from because what I learned when I first started was it can look like absolute crap, but people who have never done it before are absolutely amazed by it. So it just has to look nice. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Yeah, you saw nothing. Stormy has the physical proof. I was gonna throw it out, and she's like, "No, I want it. You have to sign it too." Right. It's handmade. It's not supposed to be perfect. It can still look nice with some imperfections. Happy accidents. Wait, what? Yep. Pretty not perfect. It's a good motto to have. Takes a lot of the stress away. Good night, Gran. Oh yeah, you definitely don't need to use a brush if you don't want to. I love a good flower center. I do them quite a lot. I will say that this hurts my thumb. I don't know if I'm like I'm not really squeezing, but I don't know if I'm like holding it tighter than I have to. Because I wouldn't say that this is heavy, but oh, I don't know. Maybe. Where is it? Um, I think it's somewhere in my shipping station. Let me quick look for it. If I can't find it, then oh well. It's exactly where I thought it was. I love when that happens. Extra wide doorstop comes in quite handy. I used to have these linked on my storefront. I don't know if I still do though. Good thinking, Tracy. Right? That was Tracy who said that, yes? Yes. I do feel the relief. Remember when I was going crazy looking for it, and then it turns out Scott actually put it underneath a door? And it was, like, right in front of my face the whole time. I just didn't think about it because, like, it's not supposed to be there. That wasn't the use of it, so why would it be under a door? Who woulda thunk? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then he heard us talking about it, he goes, "You mean this one?" Oh, good times, good times. Yeah, it comes in a two-pack. At least the ones I got came in a two-pack. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Yes, yeah. They sent me them because I couldn't find it. I like these because these are, like, hefty. They're obviously, I mean, they're rubber, but they're heavy. Nice and sturdy. Because I remember the one like, I got a two-pack. I used one for my art, and then I put one under the door in the hallway that Toby keeps trying to open, and I was like, "That one is actually a doorstop, like, we can't use it." Like, I have one here somewhere, and then it turned out it was underneath my door. I'm not sure if this dot was big enough. Oh, well. We'll make it work. Yeah, these ones worked perfectly because, like, your regular size doorstop, didn't really work. I need to kinda keep this flat at this point. It didn't really work for some of our doors because there's, like, a big gap under the door, so regular doorstops just, like, would slide right under. And I needed a good hefty one because Toby can move regular doorstops out of the way because he's a little shit. He's a little stinker for real. Because both of the places that we don't want him to get into are the ones that he regularly, like, moves the doorstop from. One is, like, our laundry room because 'cause I'm just, like, paranoid that he's gonna, somehow get in the dryer or something, I don't know. Or, like, climb into the washer and not get out when I'm, like, not home, I don't know. And then the other one is, like, where our, like, hot water tank is, and it's just there's nothing good in there, it's like a dirty ass, dusty freaking closet, um, with, like, random holes drilled into the floor for, like, piping, and it's, like, full of cobwebs, and it's just not even a place for me to go in? That's all maintenance. But it's just like an accordion door, it's not locked off or anything. So he can get in there every once in a while, and it makes me so mad. Speaking of cobwebs, I almost simply passed away yesterday. So I'm doing my thing, putting things away. I got a box from Dory. So it was sitting on my floor for a little bit. I brought it in from outside, but it was, on my floor for maybe about 30 minutes because I was doing something. So once I finished up what I was doing, I went to open the box and put some new inventory in stock. And I had it on my lap for a second, and then I set it like on top of my little trash can over here, and it was under my desk. It was just like standing on my trash can. And I go to move it, like I slide it so that I can, get a box cutter on it. And I see something and I look and it's a freaking jumping spider, like a big guy. And I was like, and I didn't know what to do because he obviously was very quick. And I almost touched him and I didn't because I scared him and he, like, jumped away. And I was like, what do I do? Like, it's just me and the cat and Scott's not home. And, so I was like, oh, I need to find my fly swatter. And so I was trying to figure out where that was without it, like, moving, I didn't so terrifying. We're good. I got it. It's no longer alive, sorry. But it was very scary. Right. I want to do swooshes this time because when I did the walking dots, I kind of was like, man, I wish I would have done swooshes right here. So we're gonna do swooshes this time. It was really scary though. That's never happened before. But like my mailman, well, not my regular mailman, but one of the mailmen, and then the Amazon person and UPS, whatever, any of the delivery people that isn't my regular mailman, they like to just throw packages at the corner of my door, and there's like leaves and spider webs and, stuff over there. And every time I'm like, it's only a matter of time until I bring a spider in with me. And yeah, yesterday was that day. Just like, how I used to leave my so you guys know, I pretty much birthday suit it to bed. I mean, I wear underwear, but that's about it. But before bed, I have, like, a big baggy sweatshirt that I walk around in, and typically, I used to just, like, throw it off and just drop it on the side of my bed, and, I always would check for spiders and shake it out, before I put it on the next night. But that was just, like, a precautionary thing. I never actually thought that there would ever be a spider in it, like, for real. It was just, to keep my mind from, like, freaking out. But one night, there sure was a freaking spider in there, and oh, it was terrifying. And to this day, I have not put my sweatshirt on the floor. If I'm comfy in bed and I wanna, take it off because 'cause I'm hot, your girl's getting up out of bed and walking across my bedroom because I'm not about to put my my night sweatshirt on the floor anymore after that one experience. I learned my frickin' lesson. Scott did that once, at my old apartment, and he picked it up by its leg. It wasn't quite daddy long leg, but it had longer legs, and he picked it up by its legs, and he just, like, dangled it through my apartment, and I panicked because I was afraid it was gonna, like, drop its leg, and then we wouldn't be able to find it in the carpet, but we were fine. That was the first time that was, like, at the beginning of our relationship, and, I always told him I was scared of spiders and that really can't kill spiders, um, and there was one in my shower, and he was like, "Yeah, go ahead and kill it," and I started crying. It was at that point that he realized that the fear was actually kind of real. So, it's kind of a thing now that he has to kill the spiders. Even if Toby finds it, um, I'm not killing spiders unless I'm alone. If I'm alone, depending on where they are, I'll either leave them be and just pretend I didn't see it, or I have to find it like a fly swatter. But if it's like up on the ceiling or up on the wall, and I'm alone, I'm not doing it. If it's on the floor, sucks to be a spider. Toby does not kill spiders, he just alerts to them. He's just kinda like, "Mom, look what I found." Like, half the time, we don't even know that there's a spider until he's, like, looking at something, and we're like, "What are you doing?" And he, like, won't move. He'll just, like, stay there, and he'll just look at it. An electric fly swatter. My dad has on his Pinterest board the bug assault, which is a fake assault rifle, but you load it with salt. Assault. You load it with salt, and then it shoots salt, like, really fucking hard at bugs to kill them. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, my mom, she was the dedicated spider killer, when I lived at my parents' house, and, yeah, it was quite sad once I moved out and I realized I no longer have my mommy to kill spiders for me. 'Cause she's not gonna drive 30 minutes out of her way to kill a spider for me as much as I'd like her to. She won't. I guess I can't expect that either. Scott just laughs. He was laughing at me yesterday when I told him about my almost spider attack that I experienced. Yeah, Scott has to kill the spiders because I absolutely can't. And I mean, my excuse now is besides the fact that, like, once I, like, try and put the tissue up to the wall, like, I just can't bring myself to, you know. My excuse is I can't close my hands enough when I'm bunching to actually smush the spider. So I can't kill spiders because of my nails. First world problems? No fucking way. That's terrifying. I have reusable straws, and I have to look inside them, even though I clean them, like, I scrub them and everything, but I have to look inside if I grab any of them because I just pretend it's not there. Yep, that sounds like a plan. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah, brown recluses are not fun. I had a friend, that I grew up with, his brother got bit by one, and he did not have a good time. Yep. You're like, "I'm not dealing with you, goodbye, good night." Oh, yeah. I remember I was, a couple years ago, I was driving home. It was either a Monday or a Tuesday night because that's when I would go downtown to clean, and then I would drive home and hop on live. And, it was during the fall/winter time because it started getting dark earlier th like, it was dark. I was driving home, it was, like, 6:30, it was dark out, and I'm, like, on the highway, and, there's some the parkway, I guess, and there's a few lights every once in a while, like street lights, and I pass a light, and I just see this, like, across my, like, dash, like, near my windshield, and I was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god," and I was alone. So I texted, like, Kayla and everyone via my car text, of course, and I said, "Hello, I'm driving home right now. If I'm not on my live in about 20 minutes, it means I crashed. Send help because there's a spider in my car." I don't know where it went, never found it again, but I was terrified to drive in my car for a hot second because I know that if a spider crawls on me while I'm driving, it's just an automatic response that I'm going to, like, jerk the wheel and probably crash into a ditch. Mhm. Thanks. I remember one time it wasn't a spider, thank God, but I do check every time. Um, there was a bug in my loofah, and ever since then, I've checked to make sure there's no bugs or spiders hanging out in my loofah before I wash my body. I had, a jumping spider friend, when I was driving to my cousin's wedding in North Carolina. I don't know when he got on my car, but he was big and he was kinda cute. Um, and I just kinda let him be because I wasn't gonna try and go near him, and he would just hang out, like, right on my mirror, and I could see him, and he would just kinda, like, flap in the wind. And he hung out with me for a couple days, and then one day he wasn't there, and I think he flew off while I was driving, but that's the only time I've let a spider live on or around my car. I'm really chancing it with this pink here because I don't really have much of it left. Yep, yep. I used to keep my sunroof closed, like, it's just, like, the slidey part, and, one day I opened it and there was a dead spider and some spider webs because I don't think I had really opened it at all when I had that car. So now I keep my thing open because I'm not trying to have spiders hiding in there because now I know that that's a thing. Paint booger just messed up my swoosh. I gotta get that in a second. Well, so I saw this picture of a jumping spider one time, and he had a little raindrop on his head, and I was like, "Okay, that's kind of cute, I guess." He kinda reminded me of that, and he didn't jump at me, so well, only one of them is finished, if that helps. The rainbow one is sitting without top dots. Well, one of my friends, the other Jenna, she has little jumping spiders, and I don't know how she does it, but she does. Oh, hell to the no. Absolutely not. Like, I don't mind snakes. I very much mind spiders. Hell no. We have some not so fun spiders here, but most of them don't make it inside our house, so yeah, I don't mind snakes. I like reptiles, so snakes never really bothered me. I mean, unless they can like hurt me, yes, I'll be bothered by them. But if it's just like a regular snake that someone wants you to like hold, I'll hold it. I don't mind. I think they feel pretty neat. But yeah, if it's like a rattlesnake or a copperhead or something, no thanks. It's a whole thing. I mean, there's like a bunch of people that raise the jumping spiders and all that kind of stuff, and but no. Iguanas are cool. I never had a lizard or anything like that growing up. The most I had was goldfish. Um, when I was in 5th grade, we raised crabs, and we raised giant millipedes. Those were actually pretty cool. My parents wouldn't let me take a crab home, and I really wanted a millipede. And they were like, first of all, no. Second of all, we're going on vacation. And I was like, all you have to leave is like a dried piece of fruit, and they're good for a while. I love salamanders. Love them, love them, love them. When I was a kid, back in Boone, North Carolina, where Tweetsie Railroad is, we would go down there a couple times a year. And next to the house was a creek. And I had these big ass rubber boots. And my sister and I, we would just play in the creek all day long. And my parents didn't care. We were right next to the house. We didn't go anywhere. We would spend our days flipping over rocks, trying to find as many cool salamanders as we could. Every once in a while, you'd find a crayfish, and every once in a while, you'd find like salamanders that were like that big. We called them Big Daddies, and we'd take them up to the porch, and that we'd have salamander races on the railing. That was such a fun, like, childhood thing. Like, to this day, I will like if I went back there, I mean, at this point, the creek is all overgrown because as a child, we didn't realize that my mom's friend's dad would like, keep all the bushes at bay for us, so that when we went down there, we could easily walk in and out, no problem. But it's been many, 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 many years. So it's all overgrown. But if it wasn't overgrown, I would absolutely walk in there, flip over a couple rocks, and try and find some salamanders at 32 years old. I don't care. We have salamanders here, but it's like really, really, really rare to find one. I remember we found one. It was right after it rained. I was like in the alley at my parents' house. We were coming home and I had just got out of the car and there was a salamander on the step. And I just like could not believe my eyes because for some reason I didn't know that we had salamanders here, but we do. I just thought it was like a North Carolina thing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I do want to go back. I just have no idea when I would. Now it's like a sad thing to be down there, and I don't even think we'd stay at the place that we normally stay at, we'd probably have to, like, find, like, a hotel or something, but yeah, if my parents ever wanna go down, I'll let you know. Oh, those are so cute. Fire belly newts. Wow, how is it already almost midnight? I feel like we just freaking started. We'll have to pick this one up on Thursday. Thanks, it's a mix of, the sizzling pink neon Americana neon color with a little bit of, either white or poodle skirt pink. It's usually one or the other for me. Good night, Judy. Yay, I successfully pretty much replicated this design. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to. I still have to do that, like, round of dots around the edge and obviously, like, top dots and stuff, but it's looking pretty good. So for those of you guys who missed the first one that we did, here's the first one. She's all done. She just needs guidelines removed and some varnish and then some resin. And then this one needs some like top dots and glitter, and I don't really know what else I'm doing with it, but and then this one. I think I definitely prefer this design for sure. It's looking pretty. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night because it's gonna take me far too long to do that ring around the edge. I am off. Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. I will probably be working and doing something, but in the live category, you will not be seeing me. So I will see you guys back on here on Thursday at 9:30 Eastern, and we'll probably just, finish some of these and kind of see what else we can work on. So thanks for hanging out with me. It was fun. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you guys soon. Good night.